researcher, and I'm quite happy that I did. I actually resigned from my full-time job. Um, but yeah, I'm learning a lot from Steve and the company goals. I really like it. And I'm looking forward to working with you guys.
Cool. Thank you.
Good. Yes, that's great. I've learned a lot from Steve as well. Lots of things.
Yeah, it's super cool.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I tend to get kind of philosophical sometimes, and I hope I'm not talking too much sometimes.
Never.
Not really.
Never.
That's who I am, so please forgive me. So the next person would be Joseph.
Hey everyone, my name is Joseph San de la Cruz. I'm based in Austin, Texas. Let's see, I joined the team officially, actually, when was it? Officially, maybe about, when was it? Help me remember, Steve. It's all been a blur. I think officially. Yeah, yeah. I've been involved in various capacities. I was working full-time in the software engineering field for the past 6 years in Austin, and but I started to get involved with real estate investing, and I met Steve and Juan Carlos at one of the Austin real estate networking events, and that was probably late last year. And that's when I was already involved with doing some off-market leads on my own for my own business. But I was quickly finding the limitations of being a one-man team. And so that's when I got involved with Steve and the off-market leads, particularly the appointment of substitute trustee.
I'm sorry, I'm driving in traffic.
But yeah, I've been working ever since I think February or March. I've been spending officially. So I to take a step back, I left my full-time job end of February, and I've been spending half my time working with Real Estate IQ, focusing on the data aspect, and also identifying additional off-market lead sources that we could bring to the platform, and then also researching some cool efficiency tools for our team of researchers. So I'm excited to be here. Excited that we have some of the researcher team here on the call as well. So good to be here.
Yeah, and Joseph he has a lot of background in engineering and software design, these pieces. So he's gonna try to create a system. He has a lot of his ideas in mind to help us increase the efficiency of doing these data, recording all these pieces. So we're gonna be adding another piece that's gonna help us increase our product.
Yeah. Nice.
And thank you, Joseph, because you created the formula for the unpaid balance. That's very a relief for us. It's saving us time.
Yeah, and we are also about to implement another automation care of Joseph. Maybe we can run it on Monday. The Freddie Mac thing will also be automated.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. Who is that talking?
Oh,
that was Mags.
Mags. Oh, hi, Mags. I know who you are.
Max is the famous guy. He's our go-to guy whenever there's questions with the off-market leads.
Yeah, that's right.
So, part of this is to make sure everyone gets to know each other, put the faces with the names, and so we can work better together, and also kind of over time help the sales team understand how you guys are managing your team and what the current processes are and stuff. because the more they understand, they're facing our clients, right? The more they understand kind of all these workloads and surges of workloads we need and how we're handling it, the more they're gonna know how to respond to the clients instead of if the client says blah blah blah, we go, oh, what happened? It must be us. So the more understanding you have about how we create these the entry, the more powerful you're gonna be when you work with clients.
Right.
Right.
Agreed.
So next is Mayanne.
Hello,
sorry.
everyone. I'm Anne. I've started working with Ray last July 2017. So I've been handling pre-foreclosure assignments, specifically in Harris County, and currently I'm working also on liens. So I'm very much happy that I've been part of the team, and I'm so excited to see it growing. And I also want to thank everyone for giving us the opportunity to grow together with the rest of the team.
Cool, thank you. That's very nice.
Thank you. Yes.
The next.
Thank you, Steve. I'm in the building, man.
Hey, Jeff. Hey, it's fantastic that we're going to have you introduce yourself next. We are on the phone with the team leaders in the Philippines for the off-market research. So just want to
Okay, cool.
take the opportunity for everyone to meet and get to know each other, and also, just kind of get to know. There are two things I want to accomplish with the sales team. The first thing is you guys need to understand how the off-market leads are being, all the data is being generated, so you understand, right, how the sausage gets made. The analogy I like to do is that, if you go to the fine dining restaurants, you have like, oh, prosciutto, age 30, age for 24 months, prosciutto, diced up and cooked with, organic quinoa, like all those, how detailed they are talking about how they make the item. It shows you the value of the item, right? Those items are like $50 a dish, those are expensive dishes. So the more we understand how the product gets made and the effort that goes into it, the more we can share with the client, and that brings up the perceived value of our product. Agreed?
I like it. I like the analogy, and I'm getting hungry now.
Yeah, with some sausages and prosciutto. And then the other thing is the technology side. The technology, how things are talking to each other, and what works and what doesn't work, and what is the engineering team doing, right? Well, we have this full-time engineering team. What the heck are they doing, right? And why are some of these problems not fixed? The more you understand how that's being run, right, the more you can share and really be that representative of the company and go, hey, we understand that there's this issue. The engineering team is working on it, and here are the features that you wanted, but here's why we're either deciding not to pursue it because it's too expensive, or it's something that we're gonna be putting in the next version release, right? So we want to always listen to people's suggestions and also kind of help them understand as a company what are some of the things that's feasible to do very quickly and what's not, because it's about managing the client's expectations. Right? So
I agree. Yes, I agree.
So we want to really manage the client's expectations and understand how the thing is done. And then I think you guys would understand, because I hear about this a lot. I'm in both sides, and we have been doing this for like 3-4 years, right? I have heard about other sides, and what I learned is that when I explain to the client how, what we are facing as a company, the resources of what we're building and how we're putting the resources to fix what problems, they're gonna understand, and actually that's how we recruit them as our fans. because number one, they know that we're constantly developing and we're trying to constantly increase the product. Number two, we're listening to the feedback, and we promise to continue to improve things, right? And that's the promise that we can have for them. And if they believe and they know that we're genuine, and you know that this is what we're working on very, very hard in all these different facets to make the business happen, and also to improve our products' qualities and how to continue to grow our company, you're going to be able to impart a lot of that to the client, and the clients will understand, right? And you will understand that sometimes if they're asking the moon, that they're being unreasonable. So there are folks that are expecting, hey, if all the off-market leads are uploaded yesterday, it should all be, you guys should have it tomorrow, like right now. Like it was yesterday, it would be today. But they should also know that there's this big surge of 300 filings, right? And even though the team is trying to anticipate and do it as much as we can, that is not possible. That you have to adjust the expectations that these are what we have in place. You know, you can't ask for the moon. Right? So you know, if everything is can be done automatically, that's fantastic. We can make that happen. Right? If it's not possible, we're gonna tell them it's not possible, and tell them why, right? And then they'll understand. So over time, guys, I'm gonna finish this, and I'm gonna pass on to the mic to the next person. Is that I want to have an all hands meeting with everybody, and also, you know, we're talking about everyone is learning new things and how to share with the team. We want to start implementing that. We also want to have more of like an all hands meeting so that we communicate what we have in mind for the company, right? I haven't really shared about what we're trying to build and develop for the Philippines team members yet. I just kind of share with them a little bit of the vision that we have for the company. And also, you know, like it would be good for somebody from the sales team to kind of share like, hey, this is what we're doing and this is what works. Just so, right, the team understands how you are doing your job, right, and how to best support you. And so, you know, some of the, you know, there's so many things that can relate, right? We just share a little bit of a part of what we do, or what we do. I think that would be a really good exchange of ideas for the team. And also from engineering standpoint, right? What are we building, right? We're building big data, and we're building using this technology called Hadoop, and we're building the directory for better SEO and digital marketing. You know, what are some of the little things behind it, and what are we doing, right? So you guys understand why we're doing what we're doing, and how this is impacting the clients, and it's gonna help you with your sales pitch. So expect to have more regular meetings, you guys, so we can have really good teamwork and communications. Okay, so next we have Jeff, I believe.
I understand.
So we can. Oh, hi, Jeff.
Hey, what's up, guys? How are y'all?
We are
Good. How are you?
Doing good. I'm glad I got to join this week. So I've missed the last couple, but I've been catching up with everything that was going on through the recording. So
yeah, that's fantastic. Yeah, so could you tell us more about yourself, where you are, just kind of very briefly?
Yeah, just real quick. This will be my second full month at the end of April that I've been with Real Estate IQ. So joined 2 months ago. It's been fun. So I feel like I'm progressing every single day, and every single event that we have, getting a little better and better, and just learning more. How to be more efficient, how to interact with people, and really give them, empower them to be able to use the software to the best of their ability to help them make some money in real estate. So I'm kind of a new real estate investor. started 7 or 8 months ago, and I'm in the middle of my first deal right now. So lots of ideas. I have kind of a GIS background, so I'm excited to help bring that, if I can, to the table. I'd like to see the GIS stuff, keep getting integrated in more and more into the platform. That's kind of one of the things that Steve and I talked about, and Juan Carlos and I talk about it a lot. Almost every time we see each other, we're talking about GIS and how we can use it as an analytical component to, keep growing the real estate IQ.
Thank you, Jeff. And go ahead. Thank you, Jeff. I was gonna say that I have seen a lot of improvement that you were able to exhibit in the past 2 months. I see that. You're pushing yourself outside more and more and more, and you are getting better and better and better and better. I just want to kind of
I think Juan Carlos kind of I've got to get better at getting up in front of the groups, giving the presentation, like in the meetings. So it's a little nerve-wracking for me. I'm okay once I get up there and I start talking, but like getting me in the room, I got to get past that.
Yeah, and that's the comfort zone, right? Like once you stretch that, man, you own it. Like so any time we're doing things that makes you feel a little bit uncomfortable. For example, Jeff asked me to do a podcast as a suggestion a couple of weeks ago, and initially my first thought was, "Ooh, a podcast." But I was like, "Oh, it's good for the business. Let's do it." Right? I have to push myself outside of my comfort zone in order to be a more influential person, right? In order to bring business to the company. And so that's kind of whenever you push yourself out and you're like, oh, that was so easy, and you just keep doing it, and that's how you grow. So going back to that growth just for everyone on the team, don't be afraid to push yourself out of the comfort zone. That's how you grow. Okay, next we have Max. Thank you, Jeff.
Sure.
Hi, everyone. My name is Mags, and I've been with the company since 2016.
Sorry.
I am the head of the Philippine operations, including off-market and marketing. I would like just to thank Steve, for all the trust that you have given me. And I am really serious in bringing our team to the next level here in the Philippines. I wanted to help more Filipinos, especially those from rural areas, to do online jobs and also help their families' lives get better. I look forward to working with you all.
Thank you, Max. And I think that's a really good point, because I think there's a lot of folks in the Philippines that are underemployed or they're underpaid. So I think with what we can provide, we can bring a better quality of life over there. And also because from a talent standpoint, we like the talents that we're seeing in the Philippines, and we want to continue to grow that and bring on that expertise level on our current team. So a couple of things about Max. He's actually going to a conference about outsourcing work in the Philippines next week. And so we want to learn more about, as a company representative, how we can partner with the industries over there and how we can help them, right? So if you start thinking a little bit more long-term, we want to have an office there. We want to maybe, as we continue to grow, like we can own a building, we can be building buildings in the Philippines. And so how do we manage that? And how do we manage our workforces and the recruiting? And how do we organize the team? There's a lot of little things that we need to be planning right now. And so all of those are things that we need to figure out, and going to conferences is fantastic. So we want to encourage people to learn more. Okay, next, Tracy. We have you, Tracy. Is Tracy driving?
She is driving, so she might be having a hard time getting her audio back on.
Yeah, that's okay, Tracy. Becky, maybe you can introduce yourself and just say a few words about Tracy. Or Tracy.
Okay, I think everybody knows me already. Tracy is the one that got me in the business, and as a salesperson, she does a great job talking to people. She likes to talk to people, and has been a big help for that. So it's good to have her. She also has some good ideas, so it's good that she shares those, and we can pass them on and see what we can do with that.
Yeah, and Tracy has this uncanny ability to be able to introduce herself to anybody in the room and have a good conversation with them. All right, so think about it from a sales standpoint. If you have that ability, that overcomes a lot of the barriers that you otherwise have if you don't have that. But you can still grow it, right? You can always grow your abilities, and let's say you are not comfortable with networking, you just stretch yourself a little bit out of your comfort zone, and it will become second nature. So I think we got pretty much everybody here. Oh, Lexi is our sales representative in San Antonio, and she was a client, and then when she came to one of the office hours that we have that we set up in San Antonio, Juan Carlos started talking to her, and it turns out Lexi was very interested in continue to grow herself. And so as a company, we have opportunities, we have needs, right? We have needs to have people who want to keep growing themselves to take on more and more, and we need those people. And so it was just a very good match for Alexi, because again it pushes her a little bit outside of her comfort zone, speaking in front of people, in front of a big group of people about our product, and learning the sales techniques, and there are a lot of things to learn to be very, very good at that. And so we have those needs, and Lexi loves we wanted to get better at it. So it was a good match. Okay. So from a sales standpoint, I think I want to go around the room for the sales team, just kind of what you guys accomplish, or what you have learned in all the meetings that you guys have been to. And then I really want a meeting where everybody is gonna be able to participate, and we really talk about some of the client feedbacks that we have, or your feedback, and really type it down and document it. And then we want to start going, hey, if we don't fix this, what's the future, right? What's the next thing? What's gonna happen if we don't fix it? And then we write it all down, and then we pick the ones that are the most dire, and we prioritize on fixing those problems. And we really try to understand the effort that it takes to do those items as a team, so that you can all think about it in terms of, as a company, like, this is why we're doing such thing and not the other. So I want to involve everyone from a sales standpoint, from a customer feedback standpoint. What are some of the things that we need to do? So we turn that into more of a regular, maybe every month we reconvene and see, and we assign tasks to address those problems. So that's next month. Because we don't have everybody, I want to just have everyone just on the sales team share with me what events you have done today, and what are the things that you learned. We need a volunteer.
Um,
So think about it. Let me share with you what we learned. So we did a class in the Dallas office this week called Fix and Flip, Find, Fix and Flip. So it's taught by Leah, who's a rehabber, and she does 10 rehabs at all times, kind of as a peak. So she manages a lot of these houses, these contractors that fix up the houses, and obviously she has tons of experience, right? She's doing burn houses. Right now she's rehabbing the burn homes, which is our very, very big projects, and you need to have a lot of expertise to be able to be doing that. It's kind of like building a house. It's rebuilding a house pretty much, right? And so she has a lot to share, and we're gonna do 3 classes together. This time we were able to fill out the whole class. So she was able to bring in people. We bring in people based on the marketing that we have. We need to improve that marketing. Max, you and I, we need to look at that and put another effort in it because we want to get, her class is so good that we should have 100 people going to her class. Right, and I want to worry about which hotel that I need to put people for this class to happen. We want to get out of this training room here, so that's good. And then I'll speak for Jeff. The way we do this is we teach a class, and then after the class we go, well, thank you for coming. You guys can network. By the way, you can stay behind if you want to take a look at our software. And so Jeff did the demo, and Jeff did a great job. He had 100% conversion rate.
Well, I will say that we usually preface before we introduce the trainer or the speaker. We say, hey, we're going to do a demo after the presentation. If you guys want to stick around, you want to learn more, and we kind of put that in their mind at the beginning, because usually the speakers have something built into their presentations related to Real Estate IQ. Like Leah had the off-market leads generation in her presentation. So she's kind of pushing how those lists work and how you can use them to market to people, right? So that's huge to have that kind of influence, I think, when the presenters are speaking. And then also something that we did, Steve, that we hadn't done before that I thought was a big success was just the networking before the actual training, getting everybody loose, getting everybody acquainted with each other before we actually just sat down in the classroom and went at it. But I will say one thing from that particular event is I have to be a better time manager and make sure that the speakers are kind of giving us enough room at the end to do what we got to do, right?
Yeah.
Without being pushy and leaving some time, because everybody in the room disappeared except for the few people that stayed back, and we'd like to see a little bit better.
Yes, sir. It's being a timekeeper and setting the expectation, right? You're gonna be the host, right, Jeff? You're setting the expectation with the speaker, and go. By the way, when you have 30 minutes left, I'm gonna be waving at you. When you have about 5 minutes left. So to help being a little bit of a timekeeper, so you got it. That's all part of managing the event. But great job, Jeff. And yeah, I agree with you. The networking, we nailed it. We're doing really well. And with Leah, the comment I want to make is for all the salespeople in the room, is that it takes time to build those relationships, right? It took us a couple of years to really get to know with Leah. And I'm a very good friend of Leah, but it takes time to develop that relationship for them to want to endorse us. So keep building the relationships with the other vendors now on behalf of the company. Can continue to exhibit what we want to exhibit, professionalism and all that good stuff, Jeff, and everybody that's in the sales organization. The more you're exemplifying and you're personifying the culture of our company, and the more professional and more consistent, and the more we deliver our promises, and the more we manage expectations, right? So all those are pieces that we want to do and continue to develop relationships with the market leaders, and because we have become this platform as a market leader, that we are promoting them, and so they are also they're helping us out as well. So think about business development and relationship building every single event that you guys go to.
I want to just kind of piggyback on that. We did a networking thing as well at our last Saturday. Marilyn, who was the lady that we were co-hosting the event with, she talked for about half an hour about her background stuff, and then when it was our turn to do the demo, Steve, we actually used your I'm the only one in this room exercise, and said, I just said, everybody stand up, find somebody that you did not come here with, think about that and share with each other. And it got people talking really well. And then I tried after a couple minutes to get them to switch and go to somebody else, but most people kept talking to the same person. That was kind of interesting.
They basically, they're like, no. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, so next time we'll know that we go, hey, we are expecting you to move.
Yes, you have to say that up front.
Yeah.
So that they're expecting that time switch.
Yeah. So that's very good. And also with Marilyn, like if you're thinking that she's speaking for too long, I don't know, I'm reading between the line here. Don't be afraid, right? I want you guys to see yourself as market leaders of this market. Don't be afraid to speak with someone that's a market leader, right? So you want to see yourself at that level because you're part of Real Estate IQ, because you're a representative of the company, and just go, hey, Marilyn, this is some of the feedback that we have, but obviously you don't want you want to build a relationship first, Becky. Get to know Marilyn more. Get to know her business. Get to know her about her coaching business, and spend the time understanding her. That's how you.
I actually went to her coaching class last night.
Cool.
It was the fourth and final meeting, but I knew most of the people in there as our current clients, so that was kind of cool.
Very nice. Yeah. So I have that problem. That's why I'm bringing this up, you guys, because we were kind of growing up in Dallas, right? So when we started, think about this, right? You got these guys that are starting up in the market, and they were really small guys, and now they have grown up there at this level. So a lot of the market leaders in Dallas sometimes still kind of either they recognize that we have grown up, or they still see us as not the same level. I think over the years we have come up in the perception in we're really good. But for the longest time, I had I feel intimidated talking to the market leaders when we were just growing up. So because I have that line of thinking, I just want to share with you guys. Feel free to talk to the people that are organizing the event. You guys are equals, and build those relationships. Obviously, there are bigger market leaders, and they're gonna look down on you, and then you kind of work, right? You work for them, you work with them, you bring them value, and then over time they realize, hey, these guys mean business, and these guys have a great tool, great marketing, cloud, great product. I want to align myself with them. So win them over. Win over everybody, and be flexible, but also, and obviously be ethical, and just kind of represent the company well, and build relationships with common vendors, with the fellow vendors. It pays off. I think it pays off more than anything else. I don't think that's true. I think it pays off a lot because building relationships, and then it will lead to like doing more events with them or whatever, and partnership with events. A lot of good things happen when you partner up with other fellow vendors and other market leaders. Okay, so that was Becky. Tracy, maybe Jeff. Jeff, do you have any more aside from that class? Was there another? There were a few other events that you've been to, right? This week, I wasn't able to join you.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I really like our events. I think it's important to keep growing our events that Real Estate IQ hosts and that they put on, the networking and training and demo. I think is really important. Aside from that, it's just the typical RIA, like the Dallas RIA. That's always a pretty good event where we end up signing up a lot of people because there's a lot of people that go there. It's a huge event. Let's see, we did have a little hiccup with the Joe Boston event, the REIG, or actually it wasn't the Joe Boston event. It was our training event, but it wasn't coordinated very well over there in Arlington. We couldn't get in the gate. We couldn't get in the building, and we had people waiting outside the building. So we got to make sure. That was one thing I wanted to bring up. I need to have the point of contact information for the people who are hosting us at their building, so I can make sure that that we're in sync with them. That was kind of frustrating there. So, but it ended up going pretty well. That was the night that the Fast CMA went down. So I think Russ did a pretty good job of deviating to the off-market lead list and going through some of the on-demand videos and stuff like that to give his demo.
Yeah.
But I want to make sure that we're coordinating with the host because, sometimes it's been like, we'll go out here and I'm like, okay, I show up and then I'm like kind of lost,
Yeah, let's put all that together. We set up a meeting and we make sure you have everything and you got the contact of the host, right? And all those pieces. It's time to share and give all those to you because you're gonna be the ones that's in charge of making sure all the events happen. So thank you for taking that ownership. So I owe you stuff. So maybe just shoot me an email, Jeff, and go, hey, tell me about the events that we host or whatever. Who are the contact people, and then what are other things that you need, and I give you all the information you need. So thank you for bringing that up.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, yeah.
I haven't been doing a good job, right? That's my fault, right? That's me and Juan Carlos. So yeah, let me know.
Steve, you don't have a Google spreadsheet set up for that?
Not the host and the contact number and all that stuff. So I think maybe it's a good idea to do a spreadsheet. I think the for Dallas, the more important ones are the events that we host because we do it in different venues. So not necessarily the events that we sponsor, but more the events that we host and who they are. It's just a short list. We don't have a big number of partnership yet. And I guess when that's the case, we need a spreadsheet. So no, I guess the short answer is no. No.
Just like your spreadsheet.
I wish there's one. Let's see. Oh, so the and Jeff, you saw the email from Cindy, right? About the Arlington event.
Yeah, and that's the one I was talking about.
So
a big lack of coordination at that event.
Yeah, and all those, I'm gonna start heading all that off to you. So beginning the downtown one, you know, I can write down some instructions for you and what the expectation is for the host or for the venue owner, and then we make it happen. Boom. We fill that gap. We're good. Joseph.
Hey, can you hear me, everyone? I switched to a mobile. Yeah, so let's see, the last event, or the few events that I've been going to consistently are the Austin RIA, the Austin RENC. A more recent one, a big one, was the Stepstone Realty Workshop event, which was a couple weeks ago. Stepstone Realty is an investor-friendly brokerage, and they have agents all over Texas, I believe. And this time around, they had their internal realtor agent training in Austin, which was a 2-day weekend event. Juan Carlos stopped by to give a brief talk there, but he basically popped in and popped out just to give his talk. But my experience generally, I when I introduce Real Estate IQ, I like to say, you know, we are a real estate software technology company. And what I like to do, I've been experimenting with what I show on the monitor at the booth. But recently I've been putting up the foreclosure heat map, just the video on a loop. And that has gotten pretty good responses from people just passing by. They're always like, hey, what is that? What are you showing here? And I purposely haven't put, you know, I don't put a title slide saying, hey, this is pre-foreclosure or anything. But they swing by and, you know, they hear that we're a technology company. So I figure, hey, let's show them some fancy graphs and charts. And it's been pretty consistent at getting people to swing by and just, you know, it's kind of an icebreaker too. They're like, hey, what are you showing there? And then we launch into the conversation about, hey, this is a foreclosure heat map that indicates where foreclosures are happening. And then that is a nice transition into, you know, our product, what we offer, and all that. So I've been finding that to be quite helpful. I definitely want to tweak that a bit more. I've got some PowerPoint slides with some videos of just the software in action that I can play on a loop on the screen. And I've found that helps too, especially if I'm talking to another customer and someone walks by, they can kind of, you know, they see something on the screen moving, they can see the demo of the product. It's been helpful to keep their attention and keep them waiting for me, so they don't, you know, just walk away when I'm talking to someone else.
Wow. Thank you, Joseph. That's a great thing.
Yeah, I'll share that video that I'm working on, which is basically, it's just a video capture of Fast CMA in action, you know. So I'll share that with the team. I want to put some kind of titles and animations in the slides so people can follow along as they watch it. But I'll share that with the team once it's ready.
Fantastic, Joseph. I think you just kind of cracked.
Yeah, that's great.
That's awesome, because that's one thing that I struggle with, especially if I'm at an event by myself.
Yeah.
Which I know you always are, but most of the time I'm with somebody else. But if I am by myself and I'm talking to one person and somebody else comes up, I struggle a little bit with how to include them. You know, like you said, keep them from walking away. So that's a great idea. I like that.
Cool. Yeah, I'll share that with you, and I'd love to get everyone's feedback. So yeah, you can expect that hopefully next week. I'll commit myself to something so I have no excuse.
Wow, man. Thank you. That's a good one. That's a very big improvement from our current sales process. I love it. Yeah, I always just do a slideshow with a loop that just goes back. It was kind of interesting, but people after a while, people like, it's not as interesting as what you got with a video of the tool. Like, it's fantastic. Awesome. Who else do we have on the line? Is this everybody? I know I saw Brad earlier, but I don't think he's in now.
Nope, I think we lost Brad and we lost Tracy.
Oh, okay. So please continue to experiment different things and continue to exchange ideas and share what you figure out with the team. This is very, very beneficial because we want to also help everybody do a good job. So thank you so much. Any questions for me? Any question? Any question about the company? Anything? We have 5 minutes.
I don't really have a question, Steve, but I do have kind of one comment. And this just goes kind of to customer service issues, I guess, or, you know, we're giving out business cards with our personal cell phone numbers on, right? And I get a lot of calls. Like I got a call today from a gentleman who, you know, I was at work, and so I don't answer the phone a lot of times while I'm at work. But he ended up texting me and said, "Hey, I want to get signed up. I met you at this event or whatever." And I said, "Well, I can't really talk right now." But he said, "You know, you guys, you and Mr. Cruz said that you could give me a discount if I signed up or whatever, and I wanted to see how I could do that." So is it cool to give him the code for him to go in and apply it, where he can go in and join himself and like apply a promo code? I mean, I didn't know what the thought is on like handing that out. I don't think it's a big deal, but I want to get your thoughts on it.
Yes, but we try not to give out too big of a discount. So, but yeah, so feel free. But when the discount, it's better to give it to them on the spot. And if they call, just go, you know, we normally don't give this out, right? Or we only give out this much. Like I usually only give out 25% off if they call me.
Well, he was already told, you know, that we were going to give him a discount if he called, right? Call us back if you decide you want to get signed up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I didn't. I was kind of obligated to do that at that point. But you know, one of the things is, like I'm saying, I'm at work during the day, so and I do get calls for real estate IQ related stuff, and I just hate being slow to respond to people, because a lot of times I can't be responsive during the day. So that's one of the setbacks.
I think we need someone who can handle customer service phone calls and have that system that routes to that person. So we put a different phone number than on your business card. Right, let's see how we can solve this, right? So the problem is that we don't have everyone full-time, and so when they try to call us, some of us can't pick up, and that's not good customer service, not as good as we want to. So, so the best way is to have a way, well, aside from having full-time, right? You know, if we continue with this situation, then the best way that we do is to have a different phone number they can call that can centralize the customer service. I think that's probably what we need. And I was looking at some solution before. So let's put that down as a customer's or company phone number routing. Service. We need to sign up for a service that can handle all these phone calls, right? If Jeff can't pick up, it automatically routes to another person.
Yeah, I was going to say I use CallRail right now for my business. It works well for me, and there's, you know, smart auto routing and all that. So if you want, I can demo it or show you how it works.
You're a lifesaver. I got to do all the research. But please share with me CallRail and what you like about it, and fix it. That would be a good solution. And maybe we need to hire get to a point where we hire someone from the Philippines that just handle these phone calls. But right now, we're gonna need somebody that can pick it up. I think it's probably gonna be you, Becky, being a customer happiness, and if people can pick up, it will route to you, and if you don't pick up, it will route to me, that kind of thing. Let's make it happen. Thank you for the suggestion, and we want more. We want more suggestions from everybody on the team on what the customer is doing. What are some of the concerns that we have? So we put it into a way where everyone kind of knows and kind of expects, have the right expectation on implementation of how can we do better, right? How we can keep doing better. So this is it. Thank you very much, you guys. One more thing, Joseph. We have 22 RSVPs for your event.
For which? The Austin event?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Okay, we're max capacity is 17. So that's a good problem to have.
It'll be fine.
They won't all show up. Don't worry.
Yeah.
50%,
yeah.
And we need to up that. So we keep.
Okay.
So Max. Yeah, I think that'll be good. So Max, I think that gives you a little bit more background on all the things that we're trying to do and all the things. It's helping a lot. Max helps create all the marketing material and putting it on Eventbrite and getting on Meetup, and he helps with a lot. And I want Mayan and Patricia to kind of see this also, because we wanted to also kind of get to a point where they can also help out. With some of these do more cool tasks. Okay, we are done. Thank you so much for your time. Now, the next hour.
Have a great weekend.
Yes. The next hour is I'm going to teach our clients on online training. So anybody who can participate or want to stay behind, you can do it here, or I'm going to be recording it and you can watch it another time. But if you do, send me an email so I can send you the link to the webinar.
So you're not putting this one on the YouTube channel?
Which one?
Tonight's training?
Tonight's training, yes. Yes, I will.
Okay.
I will.
All right.
Okay.
Have a good weekend, everyone.
Bye-bye. Have a good weekend.
Thanks,
You
everyone.
too.
Thank you.
Bye,
Hey,
everyone.
Steve, real quick.
Thank you.
Is that going to be the same link, or do I need to dial into a new link? I'd like to hear you go through the training while I'm driving, because I'm just driving home, man.
It's a different one. Let me find out. Let me take care of you. I will email it to you.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
I can only email. This thing is kind of hard to move. Okay, bye. Thanks, guys.
All right.
I'll email it to everybody. Okay, bye.